What's going on, everybody? It's Chris Classic dropping another car vlog. Wanted to talk about this topic before I go on. God loves you. Christ loves you. I love you. Whatever we're going through, remember the love and the opportunity that we have. And if we do read the word, we do understand that trials and tribulations do happen. But we also realize that God has given us dominion and authority. I love y'all. But anyway, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the C3 Ultimate Wrestling channel. Check out the website. Check out our Facebook, C3 Ultimate Wrestling, for exclusives for our next show in January. I'm going to tell you guys why matches like Omos versus Braun Strowman are needed in professional wrestling. Now, a lot of people aren't fans of Omos. They don't like him. They feel like he's still green, which he is. Still a little clunky. But he is still over 7 feet tall. Braun Strowman is one of those guys who has improved his physique, and I think he has gotten better. Even since he got released, he was getting better and everything like that. His hair, he started getting balder, but he started getting better. He started cutting the hair, then he went to the mohawk, and then he cut it all off. He was legit, and he made him wear khakis, a khaki shirt, and bald head, and then try to do the Raw Underground. Remember that? But anyway, he's over 6'6" or whatever, big guy, strong guy or whatever like that. People pay to see these kind of fights, man. People pay to see giants. Now, I will say that WWE in the past few years have done a bad job with their giants. Giants have been fed to smaller guys. Giants have been bumping and selling for other guys. Giants have been squashed. They have done a bad job. Now, I'm not saying you have to win every match because you're a giant. You know, if you don't have it, you don't have it. And sometimes wrestling companies have to work with what you have and what you don't have. That as well. So, Omos, he's a very tall guy. He's going to stick out like two sore thumbs standing on top of each other. You're going to have to go to the hospital and get that checked out. But anyway, he's a big guy. Even when Strowman was going against those two local talents, him walking down the steps, they didn't even need the light or the spotlight because the guy's just so tall. You get what I'm saying? You see that. And when Braun came back, a lot of people were speculating that this colossal match was going to happen. And it will. I don't know if it's going to happen in Crown Jewel, but it's going to happen. But people want to see that. People will pay to see it just because of the person's size. Sometimes it doesn't even matter about the talent. It matters about the size. Now, I haven't seen much of Omos besides squashing a few people. Maybe he has improved and stuff like that. But this is a match people want to see. People want to see two big guys. They call them house fights. This is a super house fight. Battle of the super heavyweights because of how big they are. People want to see these kind of things. I'm a big guy too, and I'm kind of the biggest guy in a lot of companies that I wrestle for. I'm not saying I'm fat or anything like that. My wife says otherwise, but I am a bigger guy. So when I go against guys bigger than me, it's a house fight. It's considered a house fight. Back in the day, they had more horses than cruiserweights. And you know what those matches consisted of? Test of strength, headlocks, hammerlocks, these kind of things. People wanted to see who is stronger than who. Or is this going to make somebody tap out? What are they going to do? This is going to be awesome. You get what I'm saying? This is why people will want to see that. This is why people are excited for it. This is a category in wrestling, super heavyweight. This is a category. Powerhouses and stuff like that. Categories are changing. Now super indie is a freaking category of wrestling, which I hate. That'll be another video. But this is something it may not be a wrestling clinic. It may not be a CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, whatever you want to call him. But it gets people's attention. When they stand in front of each other, face to face in the ring, people are going to take pictures of it. Do you guys remember Commander Aziz, who was with Apollo Crews? That match that he had with Omos went to millions quick. That's views. That's currency. You can monetize that. You can make money off of it. We're going to make money off of this too. They're going to make money off of it, regardless if you want them to do a hammerlock, cross faces, big boots, regardless. People are going to see this stuff. Andre the Giant against Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania, Andre was way past his prime. But the fact that he was just a big guy, and even Hulk being a big guy too, a house fight, people were like, well, gee, what if Hulk slams this guy? What if Hulk overcomes this guy? Because he was selling his size. Usually, if you're going against somebody that's very, very tall and very strong and very wide, there shouldn't be that many chances of you winning unless you go after a body part, they get tired, a la Foreman and Ali boxing fight. Other than that, your chances are really, really slim, and they should be slim, and you should portray that it being slim. Hogan and Andre, they did a great job with that. They teased it and they worked it and stuff like that. Andre was past his prime, dang near couldn't even walk. Man kept growing and stuff. If you look at his younger stuff and you look at what he was doing there, you can definitely tell. So sometimes it's not even about the arsenal of moves that you have in your mind that you can do and stuff like that. It's more about psychology. And if these two guys can work that out, it'll be a slobber knocker in the words of JR. It may not be somebody's top match of the year, but to a kid it could be. And who are we to tell a kid, hey, that wasn't the best match of the year? Shame on you if you do that kind of stuff. Just wanted to talk about that because I do think people fail to understand other aspects of wrestling. It's not just wrestling. You know, a lot of people talk about WWE saying, oh, they're entertainers or sports entertainers or world wrestling entertainment. They need to talk about wrestling. But wrestlers have other things as well. It's not all about everything you know. It's about how you use it. And hopefully these guys are coached by people who know how to use and sell their size. And since this is under Triple H's regime, hopefully, most likely, he's going to be in control of that. And it's going to be an interesting match. So we'll see how it goes. I hope it's not bad. We've seen bad house fights before. Usually these matches don't need to be that long. Usually the longer it goes, the worse. But we'll see where it goes. I just wanted to talk about that. If you guys want to comment, chime in. This is Chris Classic. I hope you're having a great day. Let's take it home.